Question 53, small intestine. Small intestine is a coiled tube about 5 to 7 meters long. It extends from the pyloric orifice to the ileocecal orifice. It diminishes in the diameter towards the termination, and it consists of duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Now the duodenum is situated above the level of umbilicus and in the epigastric region. It is about 20 to 25 centimeters long and is the shortest, widest, and an immobile part of the small intestine. It has no mesentery and is only covered with peritoneum in front. Here you can see the peritoneum covering the front of duodenum. So it is retroperitoneal in position. It is curved in an incomplete circle, enclosing the head of the pancreas. It has 4 parts. It has a superior part, and superior duodenal flexure, descending part, inferior duodenal flexure, a horizontal part, and an ascending part. It continues into the jejunum in the duodenojejunal flexure. This is jejunum. Superior part arises from the pylorus. Here's the pyloric orifice, and the stomach would continue this way. And it crosses, the superior part crosses the first lumbar vertebra from left to the right side, and is the most mobile part of duodenum. And near the pylorus, the lesser omentum or hepatoduodenal ligament is attached to it. This one. This hepatoduodenal ligament, containing common bile duct and hepatic portal vein. Now the descending part descends along the right side of the first to third lumbar vertebrae, the bile duct and the pancreatic duct enter the wall of this part. The pancreatic and bile duct unite to form hepatopancreatic ampulla, which opens into the duodenum on the major duodenal papilla. Here. The pancreas may have an accessory pancreatic duct that would open on a minor duodenal papilla. The horizontal part crosses the third lumbar vertebra from right to left side, and the ascending part ascends on the left side of aorta up to the second lumbar vertebra and joins with jejunum in duodenojejunal flexure. Relations of the duodenum: it surrounds the head of the pancreas. Here you have the head of pancreas, the yellow one, and then the tail. And behind you have portal vein and bile duct. You also have inferior vena cava and aorta here. Go behind down here. Here you also see abdominal aorta. Then you also have relation to the right kidney, renal pelvis, and ureter. Above and in front, around here, you would have the liver and the gallbladder. And in front of the lower part, you would have the transverse mesocolon. This is the transverse mesocolon, it's cut, so it would continue in front here. And the transverse colon would also continue in front here. And in front you would also have the superior mesenteric vessels, would cross in front here, and coils of jejunum. Here is a picture to show that it is retroperitoneal in position. See here you have duodenum, and the yellow is peritoneum. So it is behind. You can see it is, there goes the peritoneum. It is completely behind the peritoneum. Now the blood supply of peritoneum is by the, you have duodenum here, and you have superior and inferior pancreatico-duodenal vessels. Nerve supply is by vagus and splanchnic nerves. The next two parts of the small intestine was the jejunum and ileum, and they extend from the duodenojejunal orifice, flexure, to the ileocecal orifice, and they are attached to the posterior abdominal wall by mesentery. This is the mesentery. This is the mesentery. Here you have jejunum, here you have ileum. The jejunum is situated in the mesogastrium, and ileum is situated in hypogastrium. The jejunum is wider than ileum. It is about in general 4 centimeters wide, while the ileum is 3.5 centimeters. The jejunal wall is thicker and more vascular than ileum. See, and it has a lot thicker wall. You can see it on the picture, and it also has more folds, circular mucosal folds, while in ileum they are almost not there, and in the terminal part they disappear completely. The relations of jejunum and ileum. In front you have greater omentum and ventral abdominal wall. This is the greater omentum attached to the greater curvature of the stomach. And it would go in front of the jejunum and ileum. And behind, the intestine is attached by mesentery to the dorsal abdominal wall, and it is in contact with the ureters, the aorta, and the inferior vena cava, which goes down here. And laterally and above, it is in relation to the large intestine, which is here. And below, ileum descends to the lesser pelvis and is related to the urinary bladder. And in female, it is also related to uterus and ovaries and uterine tubes. The blood supply is by the superior mesenteric vessels. Here you can see the complex branching. And the nerve supply is the superior mesenteric nervous plexus. It appears to follow the mesenteric vessels. So here you see the mesenteric vessels and arteries and nervous plexus. And the nervous plexus is made up from vagus and splanchnic nerves.